Hello, this is Tim DeLeon from Focus First, and this short tutorial is on the real estate projected pond. By the way, if you haven't seen a tutorial on the real estate pond, we recommend that you do that first. If you do need to do that, take a look at the link below. That will take you there. The real estate pond is a great tool to help folks understand how the real estate market works. Additionally, you can customize the pond with information that's focused and specific to your customer so it can be a great description to them on how the real estate market is going to work for them. The key difference between the pond and the projected pond is that the pond is a summary of the last 3 months, and the projected pond is a projection for the upcoming 3 months. The pond is a great tool that can give your customer an updated view of the supply and demand for their specific situation, and in cases where you have a uniform rate of sales throughout the year, looking at the previous 3 months can help you predict what might happen in the next 3 months. However, we found in some situations, in several cases, particularly cases where you have a seasonal market, the current pond may not be a good reflection of what's about to happen. You can imagine a situation where we've just completed the end of a buying season, and so the pond will show plenty of activity. However, in a seasonal market, that may not reflect the upcoming situation. So we created the projected pond, which is really a projection on what's going to happen in the upcoming 3 months. Now that projection is based on the current rate of sales and is filtered with the buying pattern. Now what that really means is we've analyzed the results of the previous year's data, and we've determined what percent of those sold did sell within the next upcoming 3 months. We multiply that percentage by the total projected sales for the upcoming year, and that's how we come up with our information. In summary, and the way we describe it to our customers, is that the projection is based on the current rate of sales, and we filter that with the buying pattern. By the way, we also project the number of new properties coming on the market in the same way. So how do we make use of the projected pond? We use it to help the customer see the supply and demand for their situation. As an example, let's take a look at a couple of ponds we've used with our customers. Now in this pond example, as we can see, there are currently 20 homes in the pond that are currently for sale. 5 of those are under contract and the other 15 are just on the market. The projected sales for the upcoming 3 months is that 6 properties will be sold. However, since 5 properties are already under contract, they will be part of those sold, so that leaves 1 left yet to be sold. If you look at the number that are currently for sale, which is 15, and along with that, there's a projection that another 5 properties will be coming on the market within the next 3 months. So for this customer, if they plan to sell within the next 3 months, they will need to be the best property out of 15 and potentially 20 properties that are currently on the market. So this pond gives the customer a pretty good idea on what they're up against, and it can be used with some of the other tools to help create the overall pricing strategy so you can effectively sell this property in this supply and demand real estate situation. Now let's take a look at another example. Here we can see there are currently 29 plus 12, 41 properties in the pond that are currently for sale. 29 of those are under contract, and the projection for the upcoming 3 months is that 64 of those will be sold. However, since 29 are already under contract and that'll be part of those sold, that leaves 35 properties yet to be sold. However, if you look at the number that are currently for sale, as you can see, there really isn't enough available to meet the demand. Now there's a projection for 33 homes yet to come on the market, but they're not there yet. So in this situation, you can see there isn't enough supply for the current demand. So this is a situation where you may want to take advantage of it. Now before you do that, be sure you've done a really good job on your search and that your search really represents the buyer perspective. Now how do you do that? Well, in most cases, if a buyer is considering purchasing your property, what else would he be considering purchasing? Generally, we like to focus on price. Buyers who are considering your property will also be considering other properties that are comparably priced. So, in summary, we believe making use of the projected pond is most helpful so that your customers can best see the upcoming supply and demand for their situation, and that the results of the chart will allow you to work with your customer to determine the best pricing strategy for them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to watch some of our other videos, and don't forget to press the like button below.